on in before I start building on the topic for today. Just want to motivate and inspire you all today, man. I'm feeling motivational, feeling inspirational, feeling like dropping words of encouragement today, man. Just dropping some jewels in regards to success. So hopefully y'all having a wonderful, man, what's today? Today, Wednesday. Hopefully y'all having a wonderful Wednesday thus far, man. Staying healthy, staying out the way, staying peaceful, staying calm, staying centered, staying focused, staying balanced, staying concentrated, all of that good stuff, man. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to tune on in before we dive into the subject matter for the day, man. We a little motivated, man. Motivated by Nipsey, inspired by Nipsey today. Inspired by Nipsey, man. We got that Nipsey energy going. So we got to build on success. We got to build on empowerment. We got to build on that inspiration. We got to build on motivation. That's the vibe for the day. That's the frequency for the day. So hopefully everything been going smooth with y'all, man. Hopefully y'all been staying safe out here. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to tune on in, man. Populate the chat and all that good stuff before we really start building, man. Like I said, I don't want y'all to miss the jewels. I don't want y'all to miss the inspiration and the motivation. So we ain't going to start just yet. We ain't going to dive into it just yet. Give y'all a chance to tap in with me. How everybody feeling, man? How everybody holding up? How everybody rocking on this? How everybody rocking on this Wednesday? Hertz 187, man, what's going on with you, my brother, man? How you living? How you holding up? How you holding up? Like I said, we dropping some motivation today, dropping the jewels inspired by my man's Nip. Travian, what's going on with you, man? Everything is smooth, peaceful, centered, and balanced my way, man. We staying focused, we concentrating. We concentrating and focusing on what's important out here. Our Hirsch 187, there we go. We got to keep it good, keep it peace. Keep it centered, keep it balanced, keep it productive. That's how we got to do it. That's how we got to keep it. Nick, what's going on with you, my brother? Nothing but positivity, man. That's it. That's all we know. Positivity, productivity, power, 3 P's, man. Prosperity. That's all we know. That's all we know. What you focus on grows. So when we focus on those things, guess what? That's what grows for us. That's a big key to success. What you focus on grows. What you concentrate on, it grows. So that's why you want to focus and concentrate on your success, man, on power, prosperity. Focus, concentrate on it. And allow it to grow. Stop focusing and concentrating on the negative. Stop focusing and concentrating on that in which you lack. That is going to cause all of that to grow. So stop focusing on all that. Focus on the positives, man. Focus on being productive. Like I said, focus on the success, the accomplishments, the achievements. Even if you haven't accomplished or achieved it yet, focus on it. Allow it to grow. Allow it to grow. Allow it to grow. Like I said, we spend a lot of time dwelling on the negatives, dwelling on things that we lack, dwelling on what we don't have. You got to change your perspective. You got to change that perspective. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you need to do to get it. You know, that's how you got to change that perspective, man. Stop saying, all right, man, I can't afford this. Nah, ask yourself, what must I do to be able to afford this? That's how you shift the paradigm. Lindell, peace, what's going on? That's how you shift your paradigm. That's how you shift your mentality. Ask yourself important questions. Ask yourself empowering questions, man. That's what you must do. CC, what's going on? So you got to change the narrative, man. Like I said, stop focusing on what you can't do and focus on what needs to be done in order for you to be able to do what it is you think you can't do. That's how you got to go about that, man. That's how you shift your mentality. That's how you shift the paradigm. And you got to have a vision too, man. What's life, man? What's life without a vision, man? If you don't have a vision for yourself, like I said, that's when you allow everybody else to dictate the way that you move, because you don't have a vision for your life. You don't have a vision for yourself. You must have that vision for your life. You must have that vision for yourself. Where do you see yourself 5, 10 years from now? Man, where do you see yourself now? How do you see yourself now? You gotta have that vision for yourself. Gotta have a vision, man. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Vision is important, man. And a lot of us are living blindly, so we don't have that vision. We don't even have an internal vision. We lack that vision. Gotta have that vision for yourself. Gotta have that vision for your life. And when you have people in your life, if they not doing anything to benefit the vision, if they hurting your eyesight, if they hurting your vision, then you gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. If they destroying your vision, if they harming your vision, then you got to reevaluate this relationship. You got to reevaluate the relationship. If you got people around you that's harming the vision, destroying the vision, reevaluate the relationship. You don't need them type of people around. Montel, peace, what's going on? You don't need anybody around you that's harming your vision, destroying your vision. You don't need that. You don't want anybody around you that's blinding you. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. It's a vitamin A. Foods that contain vitamin A, guess what? Good for the vision, good for your sight. You need to hang around people that possess that vitamin A. You need to hang around people that's beneficial for your vision, beneficial for how you see yourself and where you see your life going. That's who you need to hang around. Those are the type of people that you must hang around. That is important, that is critical, that is crucial. Stop hanging around the people that's destroying that vision, that sight, that outlook. Stop hanging around those people. Nick, that vision boards are always peace, man. Vision boards are always peace. And those vision boards will eliminate a lot of confusion. Will eliminate a lot of confusion. So vision boards are definitely peace, man. But at the end of the day, you always got to sit down with yourself and ask yourself important questions like, what is it that you want out of life? What are you striving towards? What are you striving for? What do you want out of life? When it's all said and done, man, I seen a good question and I'm going to have to paraphrase it. But it was like when you die and they reading a eulogy, man, when they reading about your life, what is it that you want the people to say? Whoever it is that's going to be reading about your life, like who going to be doing the eulogy at the funeral, what do you want them to say about you? What type of life do you want to leave behind? What type of legacy do you want to leave behind? When it's all said and done, what they going to be saying about you after you have passed on? That's what you got to be thinking about. That's how you got to think about life, man. What do you want people to say about you after you have passed on? What type of life would you have lived? You got to ask yourself the tough questions like that. You got to ask yourself tough questions like that, man. When there's somebody up there reading about your life at this funeral, what would they say? What would they be saying? So that's important, man. That's important. That's important, man. You got to ask yourself a tough question like that, and then you got to reach a conclusion. That's a major key to success, man. Just having that vision, man. A lot of people don't have that vision. A lot of people don't know where they headed. A lot of people don't know where they going. A lot of people just don't know. A lot of people letting life just take them somewhere, man. And you don't want to let life control you and dictate where you flow sometimes, man. You want to be in control. You want to write that history in advance. You want to say, this is where I'm going to end up. And if this is where I'm going to end up, this is what I need to do to end up there, man. Everything has a formula. Everything has ingredients. But you got to figure out what it is that you whipping up, what it is that you cooking in order for you to get the proper ingredients. If you don't know what you cooking, then you're not going to know what ingredients you need. But everything has ingredients. Everything has a formula. You just got to know what it is that you striving to build, what it is that you striving to whip up and cook in order for you to get the proper ingredients and the proper formula. But again, everything has that. Everything has the formula and ingredients, man. You just got to know what it is that you're striving for, man, in order to whip up the right and exact recipe and formula for it. So that's important. Then once you do it, you fall in love with the process. You fall in love with the process. Once you get the formula, fall in love with that process, man. Fall in love with it. Embrace that process. That's going to be the best part of it, man. Just falling in love with the process. All right, I want to end up here. So these are 3 things that I must do on a daily basis in order for me to manifest this goal. Fall in love with those day-to-day things that you have to do. Fall in love with those day-to-day things that you have to do. If you want to end up being the best writer in the world, you got to type 1,000 words a day, read 20 pages in a book a day, whatever it is that you got to do. That's the formula, because you have studied the people that have done this before you. Again, people that already did the work. D. Monty, Justin, what's going on? People that already did the work. Listen, if it's something that out here that you want to do, best believe it's somebody out here that then already did the work for you, that then laid down the blueprint. All you got to do is study what they did and implement it. And if it doesn't work, then guess what? It's somebody else that then did what it is that you're striving to do. All you got to do is keep studying the formulas, keep studying the people that came before you that did exactly what it is that you're striving to do. And you got to implement the formulas and add your own twists to it. That's all you got to keep doing. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple, man. We ain't really out here striving to do anything that's groundbreaking, man. We out here striving to do things that people have already done. So we make it more complicated when we act like people haven't done the things that we striving to do out here. We don't need to complicate life like that, man. Listen, people have already done it, man. Just study the formula. Study the people that existed before you that did what you're trying to do. Stop complicating life. Stop making life overly stressful. It don't have to be that way. It don't have to be that way, man. Life don't have to be overly complicated and overly stressful. We tend to make it overly complicated and overly stressful. That's what we do. That's what we do. When really life is simple. Life is simple. As they say, keep it simple, stupid. That's how we should live life. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Stop complicating life, man. Stop complicating it, man. You got to have that vision. You got to make sure the people around you support the vision, enhance the vision. So you got to always analyze that inner circle. If they destroying that vision, if they taking away from that vision, don't rock with them. Beautiful Goddess Keys, Peace Queen, what's going on? If they destroying that vision, don't rock with them at all. And then another thing too, depending on what it is that you striving to do. Like if you striving to do something that's entrepreneurial and things of that nature, then you must have that conversation. If you in a relationship, you must have that conversation with the spouse or the girlfriend or boyfriend. You must let them know what it is that you striving to do. And you must let them know the way that you're going to have to commit to this particular endeavor and how that's going to take away from your time. So you got to make sure that they understand what it is that you are doing and working towards. That's important too in regards to communication. When you in a relationship, you got to let them know, look, I'm pursuing this entrepreneurial endeavor. It's going to require a lot of my time. But if I don't devote all this time towards this endeavor, guess what? We ain't going to be able to do these nice things that you want to do. So you got to be able to communicate this with your spouse, with your partner, man, depending on the endeavor. Depending on what it is that you're striving to do. Because again, especially when you're striving to do something on an entrepreneurial level, you're going to have to hustle a lot harder opposed to if you was doing that 9 to 5. You're going to hustle a lot harder working for yourself and doing things for yourself. So that's going to require a lot of your time and energy and effort. And that's just point blank, period. That's what's going to happen. You're going to devote a lot of time, energy, and effort to that entrepreneurial endeavor. If you're trying to start a business, a little side hustle, whatever it is, it's going to require a lot of your time. So your partner must be understanding of that, or else it won't work, because you're going to have to spend time with that endeavor, with that business, with that idea, whatever it is that you're striving to manifest and build. You're going to have to spend a lot of time with it. You're going to have to spend a lot of time with it. So if your spouse, if your partner is not up for that, you're going to have to reevaluate that, because essentially they're going to end up holding you back. They're going to essentially end up holding you back, because they're going to start talking about time, and you didn't already let them know, hey, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time in this business because I'm trying to build something here. And if I don't spend this time, then I'm not going to be able to provide. So I got to spend time in this business, especially initially. Now, in the end, you know, in the future, I'm working towards working on the business, not in the business. But for now, I got to devote a lot of time towards the business because I'm in the beginning stages. So you have to be able to break it down to them, and they have to be able to understand it. If not, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Dreaming of GTR, what's going on? The last thing you need in your life is an unsupportive partner. So if you with somebody that ain't really supporting your hustle and the time and energy that you have to put into your hustle, you do not want to be with a person like that. You do not want to be with a person like that, man. You're going to end up regretting it. So you do not want to be with a person that don't support your endeavors, man, especially when you know what type of person you are, especially when you know that you're willing to put in this work in order to manifest something great. So if you're not with a person, if your partner don't support you, don't support it, then you got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. And one thing people don't understand, especially when it comes to like marriage, people don't like to hear this. But again, you got a lot of people that let you know, a lot of wealthy people, they let you know that marriage, it's a business decision. It's a business decision who you choose to spend the rest of your life with, quote unquote. Because we know sometimes it don't end like that. But when you choose to be with a person, that is also a business decision. Whether we want to admit it or not, that's part of it. It is definitely a business decision. It's definitely a business decision. Who you choose to be in a relationship with, it is a business decision. I agree with that 100%. It most definitely is that. And nothing is wrong with that. A lot of people think something is wrong with saying it's a business decision. Nothing is wrong with saying it's a business decision. Nothing at all. But it definitely is that though. You definitely want to be with somebody that's supportive. You might want to be with somebody that can also help you in regards to that endeavor. Make up for where you lack. They strong where you weak, so that can help the endeavor type deal. Yeah, Demonsi, and I was on my way out of my particular city right before COVID hit. I was looking to relocate because I was getting tired of the energy here. And I was looking to relocate. Then COVID hit, then I came across an opportunity. And I just took the opportunity. But I was on my way out. Oh, Lindell, yeah, 3D Nati is dope. Been on her for a minute. Matter of fact, I put my queen on the 3D Nati, and Shay Noir is definitely dope as well. D, peace, what's going on? Ant, Shine, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? But like I said, man, that's a business decision. So when you out here choosing your partner, when you out here choosing to be in relationships, you got to look at it like it's a business decision. Is this person going to enhance you? Are they going to add on? Are they destroying? Are they taking away? You got to ask yourself these questions. Would this person make a good business partner? Because it's a business decision. It's a business decision. Whether she actually working in the business with you or not, that's still your business partner at the end of the day. It's still your business partner at the end of the day. The person that you choose to be in that relationship with, that is your business partner, whether you even include her in the business or not, whether you either include him in the business or not, that's your business partner at the end of the day. So it's a business decision. Sean, no doubt. We dropping the knowledge. D Monty, I don't know if you was on the stream where I actually talked about my views towards marriage before I even got married. Like, I didn't view it highly. I honestly still don't. But it was a compromise. I don't view marriage as highly as people may think simply because I am married. So people think that I view it in a certain light. I never really cared for it. Especially when I started to get the knowledge of self, but it was a compromise. I understood what it meant to her. And I wasn't trying to force my view on her. So it was a compromise type deal. To me, marriage ain't really got nothing to do with like the love that you have for a person and all of that good stuff, man. It ain't really got nothing to do with that. Plenty of people out here married, but they don't necessarily love each other because, like I said, at the end of the day, for a lot of people, it's a business decision. So it really ain't had nothing to do with love for me. So when people was out here talking about you not marrying somebody, meaning you don't love them and things of that nature, I was like, I got to disagree with you on that, man, because a lot of people, some people just don't view it the way that everybody else views it. For the most part, we program to view marriage in that certain light, man. We program to view it like that. We program to view marriage as this romantic love type situation. Don't necessarily be that all the time. So I didn't view it in the highest of lights. Still don't really care for the concept of marriage. Like, I really still don't care for it, man. But at the end of the day, it was more so like a compromise. I understood how important it was to the person that I'm with. And I was like, man, I ain't really trying to force my unorthodox view on her. So I'm like, that's not fair. So at the end of the day, it was more so a compromise. Now, again, when people hear what I'm saying, they gonna say, oh, dude ain't want to get married. Dude just did it because she wanted to do it. Nah, that ain't necessarily what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it was a compromise. I viewed it in a certain way, wasn't necessarily the best light. She viewed it in a higher light, and I just made the compromise, man. That's some things you just gonna do when you rock with a person. And that was one of the things that I did. I was able to just kind of put my ego to the side, put my bias to the side, and then just make that move. Just make that move, man. And that was part of my growth and maturity, man, because normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I would remain stubborn. Sean, most definitely. If you can't grow with them, no reason for you to be with them at all. Not at all. Not at all. Dreaming the GTR, I definitely got you. But if you can find me on IG first, that'd be ideal. That'd be ideal. Nah, D, we in St. Louis over this way, man. I was gonna relocate though. I had some stuff lined up in Vegas, actually, man. I was looking at like Vegas. That's where I was gonna relocate, but found me a little opportunity here, man, and I just been rolling with it. Dreaming of GTR, and it's another thing too that I want to tell everybody. Man, I was watching an interview with CeeLo from Goody Mob, and I mean, he basically said something that I already live out. But when it comes to money, I realized that this is what I realized about money, income, and wealth, and all of that. I realized that when I started to actually concern myself with money, that's when I make less. When I actually just focus on doing things that I enjoy, doing things that I'm passionate about, and I don't even concern myself with money, don't even think about money, that's when the money comes to me, just by not thinking about it. For the most part, we overly stress about income. We overly stress about money. That's what we do. Man, don't even think about it. Just focus on what it is that you love. Focus on what you're passionate about. Focus on your strong points. Guess what? The money gonna come to you. It's easy to get money out here. It's easy. It's easy to get money. You do not have to be concerned with money. It is way too many ways to get money out here. So you do not have to stress about money. Money is easy to manifest. Money is easy to get. You do not have to concern yourself. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to stress over it. Money is easy to get. It's the work that you got to be putting in, the process and things of that nature that you have to figure out. So that's why I say focus on that. Don't concern yourself with income and money. When you focus on doing something that you love, that you're passionate about, that you're good at, the money is going to come to you naturally. The money going to come to you naturally. Thunder Scorpion, what's going on? So don't concern yourselves with money, man. Don't stress over money. Don't stress over money. That stuff gonna come to you. That stuff gonna come to you. I feel like the more that I stressed over money, when I was working these jobs, I was like, man, I gotta get a better job. I gotta get another job. Man, that was actually making my situations worse by just stressing over the money. making me more stressed out, making me more unhealthy, wasn't getting the opportunities that I needed or that I felt I deserved. But when I stepped back and said, man, I'm gonna focus on doing something that I fool with, I ain't gonna concern myself with the money. Money starts flowing. Money starts flowing. MCJ Rocker, and that's exactly how it was, man. I can tell y'all, matter of fact, I can tell y'all the book that I had read that it lined up with my perspective towards marriage and relationships at that point. I was reading Huey Newton, Revolutionary Suicide. If you haven't read that book, go read that book and read what Huey Newton said about marriage. That's exactly how I saw all of that at that particular point. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion, man, it'd be a lot of hatred that goes on. And again, it's proximity because people around here, they know you. So when people see, they know where you came from. So when they see you shining, when they see you doing wonderful things, like they get envious and jealous because they see that we came from the same upbringing. We came from the same neighborhood. How this dude make it out and I didn't? They start getting envious. They start getting jealous. They start hating. You go somewhere else, man, they don't know where you came from. They don't know the neighborhood that you came from. They don't know that y'all didn't come from the same upbringing in the same neighborhood, so they're not really gonna hate on you like that. They can't hate on you like that because they don't know you. So when you start doing great things where you at, man, they gonna hate on you. Them people that were never able to make it out, they gonna start hating on you. Yeah, Justin, I was on my way, man. I was on my way there. Lindell, always, man. And the masses are easily led in the wrong direction. The masses are easily led in the wrong direction, so I don't concern myself with the masses for the most part. I ain't out here trying to make friends. Like, I don't need to befriend a lot of people out here. I just don't need to. I don't need to rock with a large crowd. I don't need to rock with a small crowd. I don't need to rock with a lot of people out here, man, because a lot of people be phony, a lot of people be fraud. So I don't need to rock with a lot of people like that. I just don't. Oh, dreaming of GTR. No, I wasn't saying you were stressing. All I'm saying is don't worry about it. Don't even worry about the money, because guess what? You're going to get it. Just focus on what you got to do. Just focus on the process. At the end of the day, you're going to manifest that money. You're going to get your people you're going to put your people in a better position, in better situation, better environment. That's going to happen. All you got to do is focus on your process. Focus on your process. The money will be made. The money will be manifested. That's all you got to do is focus on the process. Kurt Sr. Hey, if I knew how to convince family members to go vegan, my family would be vegan. I don't know. All I can tell you, man, is to live out the reality. When they see that you committed and dedicated to it, some may want to adhere to the lifestyle. You may convince some just by living your life. The worst thing you can do is try to force it on people. All you can do is be living proof of the benefits of the lifestyle. That's all you can do. Oh, dreaming of GTR, and that's what happens, man. We get content, we get comfortable, we get complacent, but we can't do that. We can't do that. Get out of that comfort zone. Get out of that comfort zone. That's when you grow. That's when you grow. Thunder Scorpion, that's one of my favorite books of all time. MCJ Rocker, and that's pretty much how I view it, man. And that's how I was viewing it at that time. I was like, everything that comes with a marriage, man, like, what's the point of all that, man? What's the point of this wedding? What's the point of this ring? All of this type of stuff. Who told you, like, who taught you about this ring? Who taught you about this marriage ceremony and things of that nature, man? So I would get into a whole spiel about that, man. Like, to me, it was just a bunch of Western nonsense that I really didn't fool with. The whole process of it all. D. Yeah, D see, man, listen, it took me a minute to transition. I kinda do a little bit of both though. I kind of do a little bit of both. And the way I just really got into reading, man, I just had to start focusing on things that I was interested in. That boosted that boosted me towards reading a lot more, man. Just finding things that I was interested in instead of trying to force myself to read things that I didn't really care about. Yeah, bona fide journaling is real big, man. Like with a planner and whatnot. I just got into that. I usually buy a planner every year, but never use it. So it's not a thing where I don't buy the planner and don't have the planner. I just gotta use it. That's another thing too. When you write the stuff down, man, you gotta look at it. You gotta speak it. Just don't write it down and then lose it. D, I'm growing my hair till it stops growing. Dreaming of GTR, they told you writing everything down is a narcissistic trait. See, that's one thing. See, listen, that's one thing about the world today that I be having a problem with. See, that's what be happening, man. It's too easy for people to get on here on all these platforms and tell you something, tell you anything. Like for somebody to come out here and tell you that writing things down is a narcissistic trait, like what? You know what I mean? Like really, what? Like that's one of the problems that I have, man, with just how easy it is for people to get on here and just say certain things like that right there, man. You will be discouraged. You never know. That's why I don't want to get on here and say something that crazy, because that journaling could be what's saving a person. But then if I come in and that person respects me and I say, hey, journaling, that's a narcissistic trait, then all of a sudden I didn't discourage that person. But that journaling was helping that person. But since they trusted my word, now I have stopped journaling and now I have regressed and went backwards. So when it comes to stuff like that, man, it ain't no sense of calling something like that narcissistic. I mean, come on, man. What harm is journaling, writing things down, doing to somebody? I can see if it was something that was just harming the planet. But man, if that journaling, if putting things in that planner is helping a person improve, why would you try to discourage that by calling it narcissistic? Like that type of stuff be crazy. And Denise, I still like a lot of my views when it comes to a lot of things that are traditional remain the same. I really still view marriage the same. like this is how I view it. And this is what I used to always say. When people went from relationship to marriage, I'm like, at the end of the day, a label is not going to automatically make the love stronger at all. That revolves around the people within the relationship. So it was like, I felt like a lot of people at the time was making it seem like once this thing goes from relationship to marriage, then all of a sudden life gonna get that much better. The love is gonna be that much deeper and stronger. No, it's not. One day we wake up and we in a relationship, or we fiance and all that type of stuff. Then now we married, we husband and wife. Man, it's gonna be the same relationship if the two people are not willing to change, or if the two people are not willing to make the love stronger. That revolves around the people. So I don't really care about labels and statuses and things like that. It's plenty of people out here calling somebody a husband, calling somebody a wife, and they can't stand each other. It's just a label, it's just a title. It means that it don't really mean that much to me. Just a label, just a title. Just a label, just a title. It's just a concept. It really don't have much to do with the actual love, because we see people get married and divorced all day, every day. So that, like, I still essentially view it the same. But again, I have a real unorthodox, non-traditional view towards a lot of things, and a lot of people don't understand it, and they hear what I'm saying, and they think that I'm like heartless and things of that nature. I'm just saying the stuff is a status, it's a label that at the end of the day, it doesn't make something stronger. And a lot of people, and I feel like honestly, and I'm gonna drop another jewel for my women. I feel like honestly, this is how a lot of women end up getting tricked and bamboozled, because a dude proposes to you and now you think that that means that buddy loves you because he didn't propose you, he gonna make you the wife. You think that actually means something because you attached to a label, you attached to a status. That's how you get tricked, that's how you get fooled. So you think the dude that gave you the ring, oh, what was the song? If you like me, put a ring on it, whatever the song was. I don't rock with Beyonce like that, but put a ring on it. You think because dude put a ring on it, that means something. It don't, for real, man. It just don't. Harsh reality, it really doesn't. But since we cling to these statuses, titles, and labels, we think it means a lot more than it actually does. You still getting played just the same before you got the ring. Dude just knew that this was something that you wanted to kind of shut you up, and that's what he did. Sorry to, speak that type of information, but that's what be happening out here, man. It's easy to deceive a person when they cling into a status or a label. If I know that all she wants is that ring and that's gonna shut her up, boom, that's what I'm finna do then. But like I said, I had that non-traditional view, and a lot of people really didn't understand that particular view. I still view it the same. To me, in my life, my experience, marriage really don't have much to do with love. Like I said, it's more so like for real a business decision at the end of the day. Because now you getting contracts, you're getting paperwork involved. That's a business decision. That's business. When you start getting the paperwork, when you start getting the courts and the laws involved, that's business. That's business. True love ain't attached to a status, a title, a label, or a concept. That's not, true love ain't attached to that. True love ain't saying, oh, I gotta get married in order for it to be activated. That ain't got nothing to do with love, man. At that point, the love is already there, or at least it should be. If you gotta wait to get a ring or some materialistic item or a status or label, do you truly love this person? Do you truly love the person? I'm not saying people that are in love don't get married. What I'm saying is by that time, the love is already there. So the status or the label or the title is not making the love stronger. And we like to romanticize things. Like this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. You will get married, and then the next day, one day didn't pass. You done been married for one whole day, and people ask you the silly question, well, how does it feel? Man, I feel the same that I felt yesterday. Like, I don't like romanticizing things. I'm not about to say after one day of marriage, man, I feel like a brand new person. Man, I felt the same that I felt yesterday. Like, I don't feel like a totally new man because I done been married for a day. That's like, come on now. But we like to romanticize a lot. That's what we like to do. David, what's going on? CC, that's exactly what it is. And like I said, compromising, man, I mean, that's what it is. I don't have a problem with that. But like my concept towards it, and my wife, she understands this. She'd be the first one to tell y'all how I viewed it. She'd be the first one to tell y'all the arguments that we had in regards to this particular topic. She'd be the first one to tell you that. She'd be the first one to tell you. Oh, Denise, and hey, I see, I feel that. Boy, I feel that. I feel that. Bonafide, I mean, I ain't really noticed, like, I ain't been in a situation where I received any, like, tax benefits from being married. But see, at the end of the day, and that's another thing that people will bring up, they'll tell you all the benefits that come with being married. I'm like, at the end of the day, you can write this stuff out and still get the same benefits. You can write this type of stuff out. There's ways around all of that. So people think you only get certain benefits by being married. No, there's certain ways to get the same benefits. Just got to write the things down, man. You just got to know how to go about it. So, A lot of people just ain't hip to a lot of that. D, you want to keep that blood pressure down, go plant-based, lay off of the meat, lay off of the processed foods, lay off of the dairy products, lay off of sodas if you drinking them. Lay off of all of that, man. Go plant-based. Get your fruits, get your veggies in. Get that water in. Exercise. Meditate. All of that good stuff. Rodney Davis, you say, do I think there are a lot of marriage-worthy women today? I mean, at the end of the day, because again, marriage ain't really got nothing to do with love. So yeah, it's a lot of marriage-worthy women today that can like benefit you. Like I said, it's a business decision, but at the end of the day, it depends on what you're looking for though. So I really can't answer that question because it essentially depends on what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you feel like you need. Because we all got different needs when it comes to a partner. So what you may need from a woman may be different than what I need. So it depends on the individual in regards to women being marriage worthy out here. Everybody got that person that's out here for them, man, that compliments them. So you got to find that person that compliments you. You got to find that person that compliments you. And it's definitely a person that compliments you. But you got to know yourself. And you got to figure out what it is that you need to compliment yourself. I'm trying to scroll through the comments, see what y'all talking about here. CC, you already know, I know that. Bonafide, and that's the crazy thing about it too. You always getting pressure on the outside from people that have failed marriages, from people that ain't even married. Like, and it's the same way with kids. Y'all already know how that go on my end. We don't have any children, but you got people on the outside trying to force you to have children. It's like, man, it's gonna happen when it's time to happen. I ain't out here trying to rush it. Chill out, you know. Why are you so worried about my life type deal, man? I have never in my life asked my homeboy or asked a homegirl or any one of them. I have never in my life been like, when y'all gonna get married? When y'all gonna have kids? I ain't never been in my people business like that. Never. And this, I'm talking about these could be some of my closest friends, but I ain't never been in their business like that. I ain't even be in my brother business like that, man. When y'all gonna get married? Man, I ain't in my people business like that, man. I ain't putting no pressure on nobody like that. That's ridiculous, man. You asking somebody when they gonna have kids, when they gonna get married, you ain't even asked them, did they want kids? Did they want to get married type deal? You just skipped over the whole, do you even want this, that, and the third? Just assuming. So it's like, I don't even get in people business like that. That's another key to success. Mind your own business. And that's why I do that very well. I don't get into people business like that. I don't. Yeah, D-Monty, and at the end of the day, like I said, you can get all of those benefits and whatnot. Any benefit you think that just comes with marriage, you can get that benefit not being married. How I know? I've seen a lot of it working in a bank. And D-Monty, the last portion of what you stated is why a lot of men tend to be hesitant. And this is another thing that I got a problem with. They always tend to view the men in a negative light and be like, oh, these men out here scared of marriage, whoop, wop, wham. It's like, man, do y'all know, historically speaking, the odds are never really in our favor. So you doggone right, some men gonna be hesitant to jump into marriage. Rightfully so. Because look what happened to his brother. Look what happened to his father. Look what happened to his cousin. They didn't see the cousin, they didn't see the brother, they didn't see the father go through this, and they can't see their kids no more, man. They paying all this money. They lost the house, they lost all this because they got divorced. So they didn't seen all of this, man, and they didn't seen that every time it happens, it doesn't favor the male. So of course, man, historically speaking, if we seeing that, if that's all we seeing, then it's like, yeah, we gonna be hesitant. We ain't just gonna jump into being married. But a lot of people want to say, oh, they scared, they scared, they scared. Man, listen, if y'all was in our shoes, y'all would be thinking the same type of way, man. Like, dang, what if this don't work out? And what if I get invested into it? I'm gonna lose almost everything because stuff don't seem to work out in the male's favor. Of course we got to think about that, man. We can't help it because that's how society is. That's not our fault, though. That's not our fault at all, though. So quit running around talking about these men are scared, this, that, and the third, man. Just understand how society is. Understand the stuff that they have seen, that we have seen as men. So I just had to build on that real quick. Yeah, bona fide, they just need to mind their business. That's it. Yeah, Nick Lewis, definitely a fake sense of confidence, man. And that was right around the time where I was just basically learning the art of detachment. So that came to me at a weird space, man. I was learning the art of detachment, so I really wasn't concerned with a lot of materialistic things, man. So when you able to look at, when you telling me what this ring mean, I'm like, man, that ring don't really mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, it don't mean nothing to me. You ain't finna tell me that this ring means I love you. It don't. Me telling you and showing you means that I love you. No materialistic item is going to speak for me. I'm speaking for myself via my ways and actions. So it's like I was at that point in my life with it. I'm like, man, I don't need no ring to speak for me. Ain't no ring finna tell you I love you more than my ways and actions and my words. You know what I mean? Going out of my way to protect you, make sure, provide, and do all that type of stuff, man, and make sure you safe, make sure you good. That's the love right there. That's the love. Yeah, bona fide. And then once you get the course involved, man, you listen, it gets rough out here. It gets rough out here, man. When you get into that marriage, man, and things don't work out, it gets rough out here, man. A lot of money has to be spent. A lot of money is lost. A lot of money is lost. Thunder Scorpion, and that's because people don't understand attachment. And I'm probably finna say something again that's probably gonna strike some nerves. But you know what it is, this is just what I do. Unorthodox opinions and viewpoints. But this Russell Wilson situation, I don't know if you all have seen what I don't know if you all saw what Russell Wilson said, like his biggest fear was losing Sierra. And people talking about all the brothers out here hating on that. First of all, I ain't really been seeing too many brothers out here hating on it. But then you do got people calling him a simp and things of that nature. I'm going to say this, though. I made a status on Facebook, and I said, this is exactly what I said. I said, feeling like you cannot live without someone is unhealthy. It's not healthy to feel like you cannot live without someone. That goes right in alignment with fearing. The fear of losing someone. That is not a healthy way to live. So I don't care what you say about Russell Wilson. I don't care if you feel like that was the sweetest thing somebody can ever say. Sweet don't necessarily take away from the fact that I feel like that is a dangerous way to live and that's an unhealthy way to live. I'm not about to listen. It's people that I love dearly, but I know that it's unhealthy to feel like I cannot live without them because the show must go on at the end of the day if they are not here. That's the art of detachment. And I feel like what Russell Wilson said, we already know how people romanticize it. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, y'all wish y'all could be Russell Wilson. No, I don't wish I could be Russell Wilson. I don't want to be like Russell Wilson. I don't necessarily feel like it's healthy for me to be sitting there saying that's the biggest fear of my life, losing her. So I feel like I can't live without her. I'm not going to feel like that towards anyone. My teachings don't say that. That's not healthy, man. That's not a healthy way to live. Seriously, it's really not. It's really not a healthy way to live. And I'm going to give y'all another Jew, because when you start saying stuff like that, subconsciously, just think about when they, like, even when they get into arguments and things of that nature, man, things gonna get used against the brother for saying that. She may play with his emotions, not saying that it's happening, not saying that it's gonna happen. But man, you don't want to be putting that type of energy into the atmosphere, man, because people are wicked out here. And people will use that type of stuff against you. People will use that love against you, man. They know that your biggest fear in life is losing me. Oh, I can do anything. I can take advantage of you. I can take advantage of you. If I tell you my biggest fear in life is losing you, man, I can take advantage. You can take advantage of that. You can take advantage of that. You can take advantage. You can break me, man. You can literally break me. You can take advantage of me by me saying that. And nah, that's dangerous, man. I ain't living like that. I'm sorry. It may sound wicked, it may sound cruel. And again, my wife would tell you this. I've been teaching the law of detachment to her. Every time she didn't ever said that she feel like she can't live without me, I have stopped her. I said, listen, don't ever say that. If I don't, at some point, one of us not gonna exist, we ain't gonna go out at the same time. So I said, if I'm not here, if we not together, you got to be able to live your life. There's something that I teach to everybody around me. I'm never going to encourage somebody to feel like they can't live without me. If you with me and you feel like you can't live without me, I'm doing my job wrong. You should be able to thrive without me, because I done gave you the game, I done gave you the jewels. You know what I mean? So you should be able to thrive without me, point blank, period. I don't need you feeling like you dependent upon me. I watched that in my family. I didn't have family members that when the spouse then died, because they were so dependent on them, they followed. They followed. They didn't last too long after, because they were so dependent upon the spouse. They couldn't live without the spouse. So it literally killed them when the spouse was gone. That's not healthy, man. She still had a lot of life to live. But since she could not live without her husband, guess what? Life was cut short for her. Life was cut short. She still had a lot of life to live. But when you out here feeling like you can't live without somebody, and when that person is not here, because again, somebody is not going to be here. Somebody got to go first. Somebody got to go first. So when it happens, man, you got to keep it pushing, especially if you got kids and stuff like that. You got kids, man, you got plenty of life to live. You got plenty of stuff to live for. So nah, I didn't necessarily fool with the Russell Wilson statement. And again, I ain't really feel like building on it, because people, you know how people get, oh, you hating. Oh, y'all hating on, y'all wish y'all was Russell Wilson. That's why I ain't like that. That's why I ain't really want to speak on it. Because people not gonna try to really understand where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. Because we don't strive to comprehend. See, we get emotional. Soon as I would have said I don't agree with what Russell Wilson said, they would have immediately said I'm hating. Immediately would have said I'm hating before trying to understand what was said, what was stated, and why I said it. Only reason I disagree with it. Yeah, that's sweet and all, whatever the case may be. But like I said, only real reason I disagree with it is because I don't feel like that's a healthy way to live. I don't feel like that's a healthy way to live, man. I'm not finna sit here and be like, that's my biggest fear in life. No, it's just, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying, so people can say I'm hating. People can say I wish I was Russell Wilson. I don't know Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson can be wicked. I don't know how Russell Wilson is. I don't know the dude personally. So why would I wish to be somebody I don't know personally? I just feel like personally that is a unhealthy perspective to have. Because when you have a perspective and saying your biggest fear is losing such and such, then that's letting me know right now that you feel like you can't live without that person. And that's unhealthy. That's almost an obsession. That's you being overly attached. Matter of fact, just being attached in general. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can call it what you want to call it. I'm not necessarily calling bro a simp. I just say that that's an unhealthy perspective to have. We got to stop being too attached, man, whether it be to people or to materialistic items. You don't have to be, when you attach like that, man, that is the root cause of a lot of suffering. When you look at suffering and when you look at why we suffer, most of our suffering derives from us being attached to something or someone. And that's just the reality of the situation. That's just the reality of the situation. And like I said, man, a lot of people don't understand that. And I tell you, like I said, my wife will come over here and tell y'all the same thing. I have corrected her every time she has ever made that statement. If she make the statement today, I'm gonna tell you, do not ever say that. If something happens to me, guess what? You still move, and you better still move in order to honor my legacy. See, exactly. That's why that's very important. That's why we say knowledge of self is very important. Again, and when people hear about detachment don't mean I don't love someone. Detachment is simply me saying, listen, I love you, right? But if things don't work out, I'ma still live. I'ma still do what I need to do. I love you, but guess what? If you pass on, if you return to the essence, I'ma continue to live. Because I got a lot of life to live. I'm not about to let your death, I'm not about to let our separation kill me. That's all detachment is saying. Detachment is not saying you have no love in your heart for anybody. It's simply saying if things don't work out or somebody passes along, I'm still going to live my life. I'm still going to excel in life. I'm still going to improve, elevate. I'm not going to let that destroy me and kill me. And the wife comes in here quoting R. Kelly. Out of all people she could have quoted, she quotes R. Kelly. Yeah, dreaming of GTR, and that's what it is. That's what it is, man. I don't know a stranger. So a lot of people, when they say, they out here telling these dudes out here that they wish that they was Russell Wilson. Why? If these dudes don't know Russell Wilson, how could they aspire to be Russell Wilson? Matter of fact, for all the women that's saying that, how do y'all know how Russell Wilson is? Other than what they showing you? So it's like, man, we need to quit. We attach ourselves to these celebrities too often. We attach ourselves to these celebrities too often, man. We don't know what these celebrities really be on. We don't know what they really be on. And then another thing that gets me is that people act like you can't express an opinion on something that they made public. Man, if they made something public, then we all have the right to criticize it. We all have the right to voice our opinion on it. So you can't get mad at people when celebrities make something public, then somebody disagrees with something that was said. They shouldn't have made it public. You can't get mad at me for saying I disagree with it just because I did, you know what I'm saying? Just because I didn't agree with it. Now you want to say, oh, you hate it. Oh, why y'all speaking on it? Why y'all care about that man's life? Because they made it public. And y'all keep sharing it and talking about it. So we all have the right to comment on it. Y'all keep sharing it, keep talking about it, then we have the right to respond and react, especially if we don't agree with it. Nikki the Goddess, that's it. That's all I want to be. That's all I strive to be. I'm striving to be me. I'm striving to be me. That's it. I ain't striving to be like anybody else. The moment I strive to be like anything other than my own self, that's the moment I start to lose in life. So I'm not striving to be anything other than my own true self. That's it. That's it. Dreaming of GTR. I ain't never trimming them. I had to trim them back in high school. MCJ Rocker, that's when you know the love is real, when y'all don't necessarily need each other, man, but y'all just want to be in each other's presence. That's when it's real. That's when it's really real. That's when it's really real. That's when it's really real. Static saying, man, I ain't even say peace to you, man. I forgot to say peace to you. Yeah, bona fide. And that's all I'm saying, man. If you put something out to the public, you got to be open to all forms of criticism. So people going to praise it, then people going to talk bad about it. But guess what? You put it out to the public. So you got to be open to that. You got to be open to it. If I put out a video, guess what? Not everybody going to agree with what I'm saying. So I ain't going to get in my face, especially if I say something that's a little bit controversial. You know what I mean? So I can't be in my feelings because people, they going in on it. They disagreeing with it. I put it out there for them to see it, for them to hear it, for them to listen to it, whatever. Thunder Scorpion all the time. And listen, musically, that happens a lot to me because I think a lot of people are whack musically. So musically, I get told I'm hating a lot of times. I get told I'm hating a lot of times. Man. You disagree with something or you say you don't like something, you automatically hating. People be out here so righteous to the point where they act like they can't dislike nothing, man. Like, I ain't finna just like everything out here, man. Nah, I don't like it. I ain't finna, oh, you hating on these young brothers out here getting money. Nah, I'm just saying I don't like their music. Just like they gonna say they don't like what I'm listening to. I don't like what they doing. That ain't hating on the young brothers out here getting money. I'm just not a fan. And I don't have to be a fan. Just like I'm not a fan of all sports teams. That don't mean I'm hating on these dudes on other teams getting their money. I just don't like the sport team. I got a team that I root for. I don't like the other teams, man, but I'm not hating on these other teams. I just don't like them. Brandy, you always got to, and that's what people don't understand. That's why the best advice sometimes you can give a person, man, is to slow down, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Stop jumping from relationship to relationship. Focus on yourself. Calm down, man. Focus on yourself. I see a lot of people, man. I train a lot of people. I see a lot of people, man. It's like they fixated on being in a relationship to the point where they cannot fathom life without being in a relationship. And that leads to a lot of bad decisions. I say, man, you need to really sit down, focus on yourself before you jump into anything else. You rushing it. You trying to force it. Focus on yourself. Hey, Terrell, man, hey, I appreciate you tapping in. Oh, D Monty, man, no doubt about it. People be talking about that, oh, I want that Jay-Z and Beyonce type. I said, man, listen, honestly, in my honest opinion, I ain't got no evidence to really show and prove this. So it's gotta be like a theory and an opinion. But man, I honestly don't feel like they love each other at all. I feel like their relationship is purely business. I feel like their relationship is strictly business, Jay-Z and Beyonce. I feel like it is strictly 100% business. I feel like the only reason they together is for business purposes. That's it. Walker 44, what's going on? Cody Monroe, what's going on with you? Bonafide, a lot of people had that type of mindset and mentality. That's why I don't even argue with a lot of them. I just don't even do it. Thunder Scorpion, and there you go. Reintroduce yourself to yourself. What they say, allow me to reintroduce myself. You know, you got to do that to yourself sometime. Dreaming the GTR, man, like I said, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I feel like that's a strictly business relationship for the most part. Like I said, I ain't really got no concrete evidence to prove that, obviously, but that's just something that I've always felt. I've always felt that way about them. I mean, they just don't even be, like when you even see them together, it just don't even look like, you know what I mean? It just be a lot going on there. But again, we taking that on face value, but I just always felt that way about them. Man, you got certain relationships that you look at and be like, all right, cool, I can see that. But them, man, it's just something always some always kind of rub me the wrong way with them. D Monty, exactly, man. I don't even be, like I said, I don't even be concerning myself with it, man. That's exactly how you need to be with it. Man, some people got everybody else's relationship down to a T but theirs, man. They can tell you what's going on within all these celebrity relationships, but then when you ask them what's going on with theirs, man, they don't even have no answers for you. Like that's the type of life that we live in. They can tell you what's going on within every celebrity's relationship, but then when it comes to the problems within their own relationship, then they like, Dad, they ain't got no answers. They don't know why like it's tumultuous and things like that. They ain't got no answers for you. Walker 4-4, I agree with that too. Definitely agree with that. Yeah, MCJ Rocker, I don't have to be in their business at all, man. Like I said, I mind my business. They say mind the business that pays you. That business don't pay me. So I don't really concern myself with a lot of it. But you know, of course, some of the stuff, man, just oversaturates the internet, so you just happen to come across a lot of this stuff, man, like articles and sometimes it just be the headline, you know, so you just come across a lot of things indirectly. You ain't searching for it, but everybody keep posting it, man, and it just pops up and you see it. So it'd be like an indirect type deal. Maze, what's going on? But I'm definitely never going out of my way to like search for these celebrity relationships and see how things are going. I ain't going out of my way to do none of that. If anything, it's gonna come to me indirectly. It's gonna come to me indirectly. That's the only way it's gonna come to me, indirectly. Other than that, I'm good. I ain't trying to go out of my way to search for these celebrity relationships and all that. For one, I don't like most mainstream artists and most mainstream celebrities. I don't care for them. So why am I searching for them? I don't even like them. I'm like anti-mainstream, if y'all did not know this already. So I don't fool with a lot of mainstream stuff anyway. So I definitely don't care to be looking up relationships and looking up to the relationships and idolizing the relationships when I don't even like the people. I don't like the puppets. I don't like the pawns. I don't fool with the mainstream folk like that. Don't fool with them. They can have that. They can have that. They can have their music. They can have their reality TV shows. They can have all of that. I'm good. I don't need it. I stay in the underground. I stay on the underground. Underground is where I reside. I don't reside with the mainstream. I don't even sometimes reside in the middle ground. You know? Walker 4-4. Yeah, the algorithms be getting us. Man, I be getting recommended videos from people I know I ain't subscribed to. I'm gonna have to get on y'all, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get on y'all for a minute. I'm gonna need for y'all to start watching certain people, man, because I be getting recommended these videos that y'all be tuning in to. And some of these videos I don't be rocking with these people, man. So y'all, I'm gonna have to get on y'all, man, because I know they recommended some of these videos. Y'all be watching it. Your subscribers and whatnot be watching these videos, so they be like, all right, we gonna recommend you watch it. Now I ain't watching that, man. I ain't watching it. Alonzo, what's going on? D Monty is always a show. Reality TV was always scripted. Reality TV was always scripted. It was scripted just like wrestling, just like anything, just like the political debates. Reality TV was the biggest. I don't even know what, like they named it that, man, just throwing us off, man. But we know that now, know that it's scripted. We know that it's scripted now. Denise, yeah, that was back in my rapper days. And that's why I be telling people. A lot of people be like, you just be hating. I'm not hating on a person musically, because I know the way that I used to get down when I was writing the music, when I was rapping. So I ain't hating on nobody. I know how to make the trash music. That stuff ain't hard to do. I know how to go find a catchy beat and make the trash music. I just never wanted to do that. But if we were straight writing, I can out-rap all of these corny dudes if I really care to rap like that, because I have proven that. I have proven that, and this ain't me just vouching for myself. I've had legit people vouch for me, like some credible people vouch for my work. I just stopped taking it seriously. So it ain't hate, man. Stuff just be whack out here, man. Stuff just be straight lame and whack. That's all I got to say. Stuff just be whack. It be destructive. It don't be, listen, no substance and none of that. Yeah, D Monty, I'm finna have to hit that do not recommend, because like I said, I be getting recommended some videos and I'm like, bro, I ain't subscribed to Buddy. Don't want to watch Buddy. Why do I keep seeing this video? But my discipline is on point though. I don't never click on it. I just see it. And I'm like, here we go. So I gotta watch y'all, man. Y'all be out here watching some people. So I know it's y'all. That's the only reason I'm getting recommended these joints. Now, y'all out here, y'all know what y'all be out here watching, man. Justin Green, Revolutionary Suicide. I recommend that one first from Huey. Thunder Scorpion, hey, appreciate it. D Monty, and that's what I talk. It's all about feeling. I'm with that with the people that do speeches. If I can't feel it, if it don't resonate with me, I ain't rocking with it. But then on top of that too, some stuff is just flat out whack. Some people be like, oh, you just can't relate to it. No, it's whack. Just like it's conscious music out here, stuff that I can't relate to, that's whack. So it's just a lot of the stuff on the mainstream level is just straight up whack. Like it ain't got nothing to do with it, it's just whack. The only reason that you rocking with it is because they gave you a catchy beat and they did that on purpose and they made the hook a little catchy. But if you play it a cappella, it's whack. Denise, you and me both. I don't be tapped in at all. Walker 4-4, man, you already know we can definitely set that up. But yeah, I don't deal with stuff that shit. I don't deal with the whackness, man. I just don't deal with it. I choose not to entertain things that are whack. I just choose not to entertain it, man. I choose not to go out like that. I choose not to consume that type of energy. Oh, D Monty, man, that song, listen. And his song Bigger Than Life. Like that song, like Nipsey's Bigger Than Life. I feel that every time I hear it. I feel like that every time I hear it, it feel like the first time I heard it. That song do something to me every time. Bigger Than Life. Like that song be doing something to me every time. Thunder Scorpion, and I can see that. Yeah, NCJ Rocker. I stay away from all of it, man. I do the knowledge to everything, man. Meaning I evaluate environments before I go to that particular environment. So I'll be like, all right, man, what's the pros and cons, man, of this environment? Should I go? Should I not go? That's how you stay out of drama. That's how you stay out of trouble, man. That's how you stay safe out here, man. That's how you stay on your square out here. Gotta be wise, man. Travian, you gonna have to give me an example on that one. You gonna have to give me an example on some of the lyricist rappers that say this. Like you gonna have to show me where Young Thug is saying the same thing as K Reno. You gonna have to show me that. You gonna have to show me where the Migos or whatever their name is saying the same thing as Dead Prez. You gonna have to show me that one. I'm gonna have to hold you to that one. You gonna have to give me the evidence on that one. You gonna have to show me where they saying the same thing on that note. I'm gonna need that evidence real quick on that one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I rock with you, Travian, but you gonna have to show me that evidence on that one. You gonna have to find me Young Thug out here saying something that K Reno done said. I'm gonna have to get that evidence from you. Kerr Senior, that Eldridge Cleaver, man, what was his book? Soul on Ice? That book is a jewel. That was one of the first books I actually had read. I will say I rock with Hampton a little bit more, man. Eldridge Cleaver, when you started studying like his history shortly after that book, dude started to get he started to power trip a little bit. But I mean, Fred Hampton didn't get the opportunity to grow because they assassinated him at a very young age. So we don't know what Hampton would have turned out to be and turned into, you know. But Eldridge Cleaver started power tripping a little bit. Ego started getting the best of him. But I rock with Hampton a little bit more in regards to like his philosophies and his ideologies and his speeches and stuff like that. But Eldridge Cleaver joint was dope. Soul on Ice. Roddy Moe, what's going on? Oh, Travian. You just named too. I don't even really too much rock with J. Cole like that. I don't listen to J. Cole and Kendrick like that. A lot of people think I do, but I honestly really don't. Like when I tell y'all I'm underground, I'm underground. Now people that I do fool with that ain't necessarily out here, well, I mean they conscious to me just in a different way. But when I fool with people, I fool with like Don Tripp, Starlito, stuff like that. I rocks with them. Now again, they ain't necessarily mainstream though. That's still underground. But I rock with them though. But I don't rock with like J. Cole and Kendrick. They just ain't ever do it for me. I appreciate what they doing in regards to the content, but they ain't never moved me like that. You know, D. Monty, I done heard somebody call Dick Gregory an agent. At some point, it be getting a little too ridiculous out here. Everybody be an agent, you don't be knowing who to trust. I done heard everybody get called an agent. If it's a black person that never been for the cause, I guarantee you I done heard them be called an agent at some point. Roddy Moe, nah, I don't. Walker 44, I'm gonna give you a good conscious rapper to check out that I forgot to mention. The other times I mentioned him. Cam Bada. Cam Bada is dope. Like that boy, wordplay crazy. Cam Bada wordplay crazy. That dude crazy with the lyricism, man, with the wordplay, all of that. Check him out if you haven't. If you haven't. How you spell his name? Cambatta. Brother is dope, man. Buddy is dope. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion, man. I done heard something from everybody. Old buddy that wrote Behold a Pale Horse, somebody told me he was an agent. You know they came out and said Malcolm X was gay. I mean, man, I done heard something about everybody. If they was for the cause, at one point in time, I heard a story about it. At one point in time. So at some point, I feel like, matter of fact, it ain't gonna be too long before they be like, I'm an agent. They gonna like, I'll do the agent. Somebody probably already said that. I just don't know about it. But man, at some point, we all have been agents. I ain't gonna lie with Kodak, I ain't never really actually tried to listen to Buddy, man. So I ain't got no opinion on him because I ain't never really actually sat down and tried to listen to him. Travian, y'all, yeah. Somebody actually, my boy on here actually put me in a post with, I think he tagged me, Daylight, and Young Pharaoh and said he would like to see us do like a video or something, or a link up or something like that. That was my boy Dizzy on here. That's what he said. So I done been linked to him a few times. But y'all know what it is at the end of the day, man. Like I said, I'm real mindful in regards to what I consume. If I can't feel it, I don't rock with it. I gotta feel it. It gotta resonate with me in some way, shape, or form. And that's anything in life, man. If I'm going somewhere, man, I gotta be able to look that environment that I'm about to go to, man. I gotta be able to rock with the people that's in that environment. If I don't, it's gonna tamper with the quality of my visit, man, and I'm not gonna be too fond of it. Oh, Alonzo. Oh, Alonzo, we gonna make it happen. It's only right for me and Lord Jamar to get down because, man, we within the same culture. So it's only a matter of time before that actually happens. That's only a matter of time. That's only a matter of time. That's gonna happen. Yeah, D Monty, man. A lot of people, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people have been tagging me, and like Young Pharaoh will say something, and they be trying to tag me into the little, the video or the post or whatever it is. So a lot of people want to see, would like to see me chop it up with dude. But yeah, Lord Jamar, we run in the same type of circle from a culture perspective. So it ain't gonna be nothing to make that happen. I want to, like, Wise Intelligent too. Want to chop it up with him. I seen Wise Intelligent in a video with Master P, man. So that was big. I was like, oh, that's big. That's big. So we out here, man. We out here making moves. We out here evolving. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion. He definitely talked about that, man. And that's how it is, and that's how it's working. So that's why I say we just gotta be real mindful, man. You can't. It's hard to trust a lot of people out here. It's hard to trust a lot of people out here, man. So it's been too easy to infiltrate our movements. It's been too easy and too simple to infiltrate our movements, man. And we can't allow it to be that simple and that easy. To the point where everybody is an agent. So we gotta kill that. We gotta stop making it so easy for everybody who appear to be an agent. Now we don't trust nobody because everybody look like an agent. You an agent. No, you an agent. She an agent. No, you an agent. Like we calling everybody agent. So at the end of the day, like that's dead, man. We gotta we gotta stick together better than that, man. We gotta go harder for our people, man. We can't be out here being bought off and like being bought off for some chump change, man. It can't be that simple to sell your brother out. It can't be that simple, inexpensive to sell your sister out. It just can't be that. It can't be like that, man. It can't be. Can't be. Can't be, but it is. Can't be, but it is, man. But hey, y'all, this was another peaceful stream, man. I gotta go ahead and get out into this weather. It was snowing again where I'm at, man. So I was just trying to wait the snow out. So now I gotta get back out here in these streets, make some moves, get some reading in, do some knowledge, so I can give y'all some more information, inspiration, and things of that nature. So this was another positive stream, another positive live. Appreciate all the comments, questions, and all of that good stuff, man. But I'm going to tap out with y'all today. Probably see y'all again tomorrow. Y'all keep it peaceful out here, man. Y'all stay healthy, stay out the way, stay positive, productive, and powerful. Stay black, stay righteous, all that good stuff, man. I'm out, y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all be easy out here. Peace.